How many of you still have a bundt pan? Well, pull it out today because we are going to make a banana pineapple bundt cake with things that I already have around the house. I'm going to take 8 ounces of crushed pineapple. I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 3 bananas that I've just mashed with a fork, and a cup and a half of olive oil. And we're going to put all the wet ingredients in this pan and mix it together. And before you think this recipe is too hard, let me tell you that it doesn't even require a mixer. Then we are going to grease and flour our bundt pan. This recipe calls for 3 cups of flour, and you know we are gluten-free here. So I'm using 2 cups of this, and I'm using a cup of buckwheat because I've been supplementing with that lately in my baking because I can get it a lot cheaper. So we're going to add all the dry ingredients in this bowl, and then we're going to make a well in the center, add the wet ingredients, and just lightly mix it together. That's how easy this recipe is. So it calls for a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, and did you know that's what this flap is for? Is to measure your baking soda and smooth it off. And 2 cups of sugar. So I'm going to mix the dry ingredients together just to make sure everything's mixed really well before we add the wet ingredients, because there's hardly any mixing once we do that. So I've added the wet ingredients, and I know there's a lot of oil in this recipe, but this is a tried and true Depression era recipe. So we're going to give it a shot. So the batter is thick and it's just moistened, and now I'm going to add it to my bundt cake pan. That batter held together so well that it came out of the pan that clean. I didn't even have to scrape the pan. So now we're going to bake this. And if you know me, it is too hot to heat up the house. So we're going to cook this outside in the turkey roaster at 350 degrees for 75 minutes. It is done and it smells like banana cake. I hope you guys enjoy.